So 2021 will go down as one of the greatest years for anime, not only for Redo for Healer, but also for Redo for Healer. Because we are well aware how shit the Crunchyroll Anime Awards gonna be, I'm here to give you the peak of anime opinions. And you might ask, why would you listen to me? So before we begin, here's my top 5 reasons why I'm qualified to give only the correct anime opinions on the internet. Number 1, I don't go outside. Number 2, I get no female interaction. Even if I probably watched the majority of the anime on this random site I found thanks to Echidnot, I am no god and haven't consumed all the anime from the last year. So if I miss out on a blatantly easy answer, your opinion is simply wrong. Because I'm a bitch, we're gonna save the anime of the year to last. So let's start off with the greatest man of the year, and that's me. Even if there is a great variety of choice, I still miss a lot of great characters. For example, no Demon Slayer or Attack on Titan characters are even featured, which I find really odd as the majority of the Attack on Titan fandom won't leave you alone until you agree how good Eren is. I'm also really surprised to see Kazama as the only character labeled as a supporting character on Mal making the list. Even if the relationship between him and Sakura is far better than the actual main ship, he does very little to the actual main plot. I'm also happy to see Kyoya on this list as I think many overlooked his alpha mindset. The show does a really interesting take on the time travel element in anime, and that's mainly because Kyoya actually acts like an older man that got sent back in time. If we compare it to, for example, Tokyo Revengers, Takemichi doesn't really act his age. Even if you remove the time travel aspect, the show wouldn't have changed much. Now to the best boy of 2021. Subaru would have been the obvious pick as he's one of the greatest isekai protagonists, but the story didn't focus much on him in the second part of season 2, so as a 2021 character I can't give him the award. An honorable mention that isn't on this list is Boji from Usama Ranking. It's impressive how much emotion and personality he can bring without even speaking. And now to the actual best boy of 2021, the main character of Blue Period, Yatora Yaguchi. Yeah, I know he isn't on this list, but you know what? In just the span of 12 episodes, his whole character changed. His own self-drive and love for art really made him interesting to watch and real and relatable in a sense. I'm really surprised to see him not nominated. Moving on to best girl, we can already see that Ichika and Itsuki Sims will not be happy over this one, but it doesn't really matter as Gotsuba made the list. I don't know why Nagatoro is smiling, because she's clearly one of the worst ones here. Siesta is just a copy of every girl with short white hair, and Rit's personality was having too big beautiful eyes, yeah, for sure. That was definitely what I tuned in for. If you're thinking about 2021 anime, it's hard to not think about Vivi. She has a unique and top tier character design, following it up with a great plot and story. That's why I'm picking Vivi as the second best girl, cause she has to move aside for Emilia. Bro, I don't wanna pick Emilia. But you have to, it's the obvious answer. Yeah, but everyone picks her. Because it's so obvious. You know what? You. What? The best girl of 2021 is Sayu from Higehiro. Wait, what? Sayu, in my opinion, was such a refreshing take on the female character in anime. She doesn't follow the typical tropes and has a very enjoyable voice. She has some good character development, and the relationship between her and Yoshida were more wholesome than horny, which is also unusual. Bro, you didn't even pick Mikasa! People could have gotten behind that! Do you ever shut up? Let's jump over to the supporting man of the year, and would you look at that? Homie made it into 2 categories. Not even Levi, which is my pick for the best support, made it that far. Imagine if he won both. The picks for the male support is actually really good. Veldora, Odo, and Draken are all amazing, but none of those turned me gay. Well, maybe Lenny. He had a lot going for him. Let's move on to the supporting girl. Oh, my fault, I just got a bit distracted. First of all, what is Hina doing there? The only thing that bitch did was die. Yes, the story wouldn't have happened if Hina never died, but that just means she did a better job to the plot dead than alive. Anya is probably the least interesting character out of the 86. Someone like Frederica would have been a much better choice. Even this random maid would have been better. Hanji definitely hasn't reached her peak yet, so maybe after the last part of Attack on Titan she might have a shot at this award. But as of right now, she had a very little impact in the final season part 1. Ram had a good 2 minutes of screen time this season, so I don't know what she's doing here. And Titan popped off in the last couple episodes, but other than that she was just kinda cracked. Both Roxy and Ghislaine had a big impact on the show, especially Ghislaine, which created the beautiful story that is Mushoku Tensei. Roxy did more for Rudeus than his dad, which we can clearly see here. Wait, what? There we go. That's why I think Roxy deserves to be put in her place and move aside for the real MVP. As far as a supporting character goes, she is it. She both contributes to the plot of the main characters while at the same time starting her own romance story on the side. And not only that, she hooked her little brother up with a baddie. Now to the best couple. Sherry and Smile had a dead relationship. I think it's a stretch to even call it a romance. It was just a boring slice of life. Every Futari ship that isn't with Gotsuba is also dead. Stay mad. Miyomura and Hori is your typical popular girl falls in love with unpopular guy.
Here you go. You dropped this.
Thanks. I didn't notice.
Red and Rit was just really wholesome. My guy even smashed in the end. And talk about smashing. My boy Kyoya got a whole ass kid with the girl he loves, so that's a big dub in my book. Look how cute she is. It would be tragic if something bad happened to her. Anyway, I'm gonna give the best couple to Tamashiko and Yuzu, and here's why. The show had a good pacing which really built on their relationship. Not only did Yuzu help Tamashiko understand himself, but also bring people back into his life. For example, his sister. Because of their relationship, Tamashiko could start moving forward again, and focus on other things rather than his past. Like kids. The best anime adaptation is by a long shot XR. I'm sorry. The best anime adaptation is Mushoku Tensei. And before the Attack on Titan fandom sends me death threats, in my opinion AOT was more enjoyable in the manga than the anime. But that is a debate that will never stop. Some people were mad over the CGI, which didn't annoy me personally. But as an adaptation, I think Mushoku Tensei did a better job. I enjoyed both seasons more than the light novel material, which already was amazing. It's just peak fiction. Komi-san and Horiyama was just aight. It wasn't bad and it wasn't especially good. Even if both Vivi and Takt Op had some impressive battle animation and choreography, Mushoku Tensei just did it better. From the incredible bread to the actual fight scenes. The show didn't disappoint in any way. The element casting looks smooth and fluid, and those fingers know what they're doing. Best character design goes hands down to Wonder Egg, and that's also the only thing that the show did good. It was hyped up as this great show with a great plot, but ended up just falling apart more and more towards the end. And let's not talk about that fucking OVA, man. But the characters. The main girl Ai has a really colorful design which you won't forget. The yellow sweater and the blue hair will be remembered anywhere, even if you drop the show, that I should have. Every character stands out in their own way. The contrast between them makes them pop so much more too. Some honorable mentions of both Vivi and Skate Infinity. Just look at them. And they really try to sneak in Shadow's house without us noticing. The majority ain't even unlocked. The best anime original has to go to Odd Taxi, with Skate Infinity and Vivi in a close second. Skate Infinity was a fresh take on the sport genre of anime. Many tend to focus on the big mainstream sports like football, basketball, boxing and so on. So it's always fun to see more underground sports coming to light in anime. Skateboarding is just a hobby to the majority, but this show both shines a light on the messing around with friends part and the competition part. Vivi, which we will talk about more later, had some of the best visuals I've ever witnessed in anime. Odd Taxi was just a really unique and amazing show, and if you haven't watched it, you have a really entertaining anime to put on your list. Eurocamp had some of the most impressive and soothing scenery I've seen in a long time. But if we're talking about visuals, Vivi is simply the only answer. You remember when I said we're gonna talk about Vivi later? Yeah, that's still later, because first I want to talk about Takt Op Destiny. The show had really good animation alongside beautiful visuals and amazing sound effects. The only reason this didn't get my pick is because Vivi exists. This show has the greatest visuals hands down, with not one frame being skipped. Only looking at the opening, we can see that this costs more than the entirety of 7 Deadly Sins. If you're not picking Hiroyuki with Attack on Titan, you're on drugs. If we just go straight off the song, both Tokyo Revenger's Crybaby and Takt Op's Takt are purely drugs for my ears. If you don't know them, here's a quick segment from both songs. I hope you enjoyed that, but openings are not only music but also visuals. And of course Vivi smashes both with a great song and great visuals. But because I don't want to say the word Vivi one more time, I'm gonna pick Visual Prison's opening. How Attack on Titan is not on this list is scaring me. It's easily one of the best endings. But to not just pick Attack on Titan and Vivi. Wait. But because I don't want to say the word Vivi one more time. I'm picking 86 Avid. Okay, let's speedrun this. Best action, Attack on Titan. Best adventure, Mushoku Tensei. Best comedy, Komi Can Communicate. Best drama, ReZero. Best fantasy, To Your Eternity. Best music, Vivi. Best mystery, Sonny Boy. My mystery, Where My Dad Is. Best romance, Fruits Basket. My romance. Best hentai.
My God, bro. Oh, hell no.
Best horror, Miruko-chan. That's the only one. Best mecha, 86. Best sci-fi, World Trigger. Best slice of life, Blue Period. Best sports, Skate Infinity. Best supernatural, The Case Study of Vanitas. Best historical, Mugen Train. Best space, this one. And now for the best Yo, you need to do the worst animes first. I do? Yeah. Wait, who the fuck are you? Okay, the worst anime of 2021. These three because they're all shit. And now for the best anime of 2020. Bro. Nah, you fucked it. And now for my top 5 anime of this year. Here are 4 of them. And the big reveal. Damn, Attack on Titan? What a shock. Fuck. I actually ran for that skit and I'm dying. Roll the outro. No. What do you mean no? Thanks for watching, you made it to the end. Follow me on Twitter if you want to, it's a choice, but if you don't do it, I will find you. And this video looking kinda spicy, don't you think? Yeah, that's all for me. See ya.